Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the beautiful Stick Studios here in Boca Raton, Florida. Many of you may ask yourself, why do I have a picture of horse racing behind me, and why is it the Stick Studios? This horse racing painting behind me is an original oil painting that was a gift to my father from one of the doctors that he was friendly with, and it actually shows the 1982 Jockey Club Gold Cup. If you're familiar, you can see Gate Dancer with the hood. But anyway, I've kept this as my backdrop for my studio because it makes a beautiful shot, and it's just something I've always used. I've actually saved this picture. It came down to Florida from Glen Cove with me, and I just wanted to keep it with me. It reminds me of the past, gives me continuity, even though what I'm talking to you today about has nothing to do with horse racing. Um, anyway, we were talking about inspiration and also about honoring ourselves and our families. And I think that during the holidays, it's a very special time to honor our parents. I certainly tried to be as close with my parents as I could. I was an only child. And I think that you should try to talk to your parents, tell them how you feel. If there's any unresolved issues or if there's any outstanding stresses or arguments that you may have had with them, clear the air. Just bring it up and talk to them. Even if they respond negatively or even if they don't want to talk about it, it'll make you feel better that you tried to broach the subject and bring it up and clear the air. And perhaps at some point in the future, they will be happy to clear the air with you. Um, my father, Dr. Arthur Cohen, was a wonderful man. He was a doctor in Glen Cove, New York for over 30 years. He went to school in Lausanne, Switzerland, and he had my wife Frances with him. They were married from high school. They had met at Trenton High School in Trenton, New Jersey in the 1950s when Trenton made, the world took. Trenton was a very major source of industrial production and things of that nature and goods. Um, I've been back to visit. It's still a beautiful city. It's not the same, but it's still a very beautiful place. And my parents lived a very happy life together. Um, I spent probably more time than most people do with their parents. I tried very hard to take care of them in their later years when they were both sick. My mother suffered from severe diabetes, and my father actually, after surviving quadruple bypass surgery and a bad heart for most of his life, he contracted non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, mantle cell, which is a very rare cancer, and it did take his life after 3.5 years. But not before he was able to live a very good life in Florida for those 3.5 years, doing what he wanted to do and enjoying his retirement that he never thought he would see. But I think one of the things that helps me live with everything that happened, losing them both. I'm only 44 years old. I lost my mother at 39, and I lost my father at 43. But there's terrible things that can happen to you in your life, and probably losing your parents will be one of the worst. And I'm not trying to make you feel badly about that or to be upset about it. I'm just saying that it's a very hard experience. Um, it's best to say everything you can to your parents while they're well, to maintain as good a relationship as you can. And if you don't have a good relationship, to try to make some peace gesture or offering so that you can clear the air with them. Um, I was fortunate that I had a good relationship with my parents. Perhaps I gave up a little bit of my life for it because at times when I could have been doing other things, I was with them. But I was happy to do it, and I don't regret it. In fact, I miss them both very much. I wish they were still alive. Um, time marches on. We move forward. But again, I hope I'm not just rambling. I hope that you can gain some insight from this, and I hope that you honor your parents during this holiday season, and that you have a very happy holiday. Thanks. Bye now.